You're live.
Hello, everybody. Happy Friday. Happy second birthday to Peyton, which is very exciting. We are 3 weeks out from the Arnold's. I feel very strong. A little bit of pains here and there, but nothing abnormal or unusual for this point in prep. So today I'm going to do some grip training, some Dinnie stones, some mobility. You guys will get to see what I do to just get my body feeling a little bit better. And I'll talk to you about what's going on in particular. And they're going to wrap it up with a run. I'm going to clean up a little bit in the interim while you guys pop in, say hello, ask whatever questions, but getting everything clean because I got a rogue order today, which is exciting. I got these extra calibrated plates. I got the Donkey, which is a GHD combined with a back extension, combined with a sit-up machine, and that will be super helpful for enhanced games deadlift world record training. So yeah, super excited to be able to put all of that together and get things in working order. But pop in and say hello. Hopefully everyone's doing well. And always happy to answer any questions. So fire away, guys.
Dalton's letting us know that his air conditioning's been on all week. So that's good for him.
Well, my Vegas house is purchased. So that is, I will be in the same camp as you very soon.
And then we go to Mark here. Just how are you? How you doing today?
I'm doing all right. Doing all right. Lots going on, especially with the move. There's so much stuff that has to get done that it's it can be really overwhelming. But just day by day, trying to knock things off the list, and we got to get our house in shape to sell. We got to get our immigration all sorted. We got to do everything with closing on a house, which is, it's so crazy to me. Like, why can't you just buy something and not have all of this extra paperwork and proof and da-da-da? Like, if you put a down payment on a house and then you don't pay your mortgage, the bank takes the house. The bank wins. So why are they so obsessed with every detail about the house? Like, if I was a bank, I'd be like, as long as you got money for the down payment, I hope you can't pay it, because then I get to take it and sell it to someone else again. Amazing. But yeah, just going through all that.
Question here. I always see Brian and Trey use that back attack machine. Is that something you've ever used or would ever get?
I'm trying to, I don't know exactly what he's talking about, but I've seen where it's like chest supported and it's like a kind of a standing hammer type of deal. I've never used it, and it's not really something that I would think is a staple or required, but you know, unlimited space and budget, for sure. That's probably something cool. But for now, I probably don't have a need for it. My Vegas gym is going to be in a air-conditioned RV garage beside the house. So it'll be slightly larger than this, but I really don't have any machines at all. Like, I got the belt squat, which I guess kind of counts, but it's sort of just free weights.
You got your fly machine.
And some strongman stuff. Yeah, and the cable,
yeah,
for sure. But once you start getting into a piece of machinery for every different muscle group, it takes the requirements of the home gym square footage way, way up. So for the meantime, I'll just stick to the stuff that I definitely need. Oh, all right. After I'm done deadlifting, putting plates away is always the last thing on the priority list. Like I'm so tired and my back is pumped and sore. I just don't want to. All right.
When's your final heavy week? What does that look like?
Final heavy week will be in 3 weeks. So next week will be heavy. The week after will be kind of heavy, but low risk. So yeah, in 2 weeks' time will be my last, or a week and a half, I guess. Which I'll have Luke Richardson around, which will be awesome. Whether we do anything on camera or not, TBD. But I had him here last week at the end of Arnold's prep, which was awesome. So it'd be fun to have him again.
Here's one. You gonna fly that American flag when you win?
Nah. Yeah. I'm not American. I don't think I'm American. I'll go down there and contribute the best I can.
You should get a flag with your own face on it.
I feel like that's sort of what it's got to be at this point.
I think that'd be awesome.
I don't feel, I don't know. I used to be so patriotic to Canada. I used to love this place. But in time, it's just, I don't know. It's too bad. I think it coincides with having a family and doing better for yourself. I think if you don't want to work, it's one of the best countries in the world. But if you are actually looking to contribute, you're now paying for all the people who don't want to work and get rewarded for that. Like, social assistance hasn't really caused a tremendous amount of long-term help to anybody. I think it's a good stopgap, but
I don't think it's helped anybody who actually requires it for its use.
Yeah, and like, of course, we're speaking in generalities. Like, it has helped people for sure, and tons of people. But let's say, like, why should you be allowed to be on welfare for 5 years in a row? You're trying to find work for 5 years, and you can't. Come on, like, I don't believe you. I just don't believe you. Oh, so I'm stretching out my adductor magnus right now because that is the culprit of a little bit of discomfort in my left knee. And when I get warm or lift heavy, it's fine. But when I'm cold, like especially first thing in the morning, it causes me a lot of grief. What's up?
I was gonna say, the breaker blew upstairs, and I think I just fixed it. I forgot that it had happened. But if it hadn't, I think that's all that happened. That's how you need to make it downstairs.
Do you want to just ask Cassie?
I was just busy. I'm just fixing it right now. But
Okay.
Yeah, I went to look at the breaker. I was like, they all look fine.
yeah, I think that's what I looked at too. But
Yeah.
I just flipped it off and on, so
Cool.
not a big deal. But
Quinn, we also have one in the basement. Is that the one you did?
Yeah.
We've got a different one in the garage.
I just flipped it on my hand, flipped it over.
All right, we got some stuff from Jace here.
Oh,
First
Jace,
of all,
welcome.
Jace likes the fact that we now have the chat embedded on the stream. So now on the stream, the chat's live on the side.
Oh, good.
But now Jace's question is, after you inevitably defeat Thor in the deadlift, will you buy him an OJ and yogurt as a peace offering? It's a super chat from Jace.
No peace required. We're cool. Thor and I are in agreement. He's beat me at the deadlift when I've trained for the whole show, and he's never beat me in a whole show. So we'll see how it goes. The realistic odds are that he beats me. That's just like, let's operate in reality. But there is a chance. And Yeah. I'll have fun prepping for it and trying, but I'm not deluded. So with my adductor magnus being tight, it pulls my femur into internal rotation. So the goal here is to free up external rotation, because when it's stuck in internal rotation, my popliteus goes into spasm, which makes my knee really painful to extend and really painful in deep flexion. Now, like I said, once I work up in weight and I'm warm, it's actually fine. But it's just the little things to get on top of. Oh.
Here we go. What are your thoughts on being able to pull 515?
My thoughts are it's going to be really hard. They're really heavy. And I'm going to have to pull it out of my ass. That being said, I got 505 close without prepping at all. I'm getting a new suit. I'm going to focus on the deadlift. Even things like getting the donkey, doing GHDs, back extensions on a regular basis. That will be really helpful. And yeah, I mean, I'm going to have my best crack. So long as I'm healthy post-Worlds, I can almost guarantee it's going to come off the ground. But can I blast it past my knee is the question. And that's sort of to be seen. So the answer is, I think the overall likelihood is 20%. But 20% is enough for me to really commit, have a crack, and do something. There's so many like naysayers online, and it just shows you how many people are small-minded. Because if I ever said, I'm going to win World's Strongest Man, people would be like, no, you're not. You're never going to do that. Okay. I'm going to win the Arnold 3 times. No, you're not. You're never going to do that. Like, anyone who tries to accomplish anything, there's going to be people who say, no, you can't do it. And like, okay, maybe you're right, but maybe you're wrong. And I'd much rather be someone who tries to do stuff and is wrong than someone who just tries to do nothing and accepts defeat whenever possible. Oh, this is a groin stretch. And I think for most people, this would be just like hanging out. For me, it feels like end range, like, ah.
Since its inception in Vegas, are any sportsbooks taking on a Thor versus Mitchell bet?
Oh, I don't know.
It's weird that, do you know Polymarket?
Yeah.
It's weird that they don't.
Well,
because you can bet on the Olympics right now. You can bet on the Epstein files. You can bet on, does Jesus come back this year? Like,
but I think on Polymarket, that's like, I could be a bookie and go on and do it, right?
Yeah, anybody can.
Yeah. So I could open it up.
I wonder if you get anything for being the broker.
I'll be the bookie.
What's your over-under on Jesus returning this year?
It's pretty low. Yeah, I think Jesus he's going to return every year for the past decade. There was something big last year, wasn't there, where people were like selling stuff? Weren't they? They were like selling their belongings. Oh, do you know what I'm talking about?
No, what are you talking about?
Oh, it's like Jesus was going to come back. So people were like just fire selling all their stuff.
Yeah, people are selling their cars and stuff,
Yeah.
their houses.
It's mad.
It's because there was I could be pulling this out of my ass, but I believe there was like a mega church leader or something along those things that made the prediction.
Right.
And a large amount of people were like, it's time to sell all of our things.
Shout out mega churches. That's some crazy business.
Everybody, even Jesus needs a jet.
Oh, I saw one. There's this pastor's black guy. And he was like, this Rolls Royce, so Rolls Royce is the church. And I drive it, but it's ours.
And nobody else can drive it.
Nice. I love that logic. I'm so bought in.
All right, here's a training question. Dominic, I started going to the gym about 2 weeks ago to help with anxiety, but I've not noticed a difference yet. Any suggestions on that?
2 weeks is not long enough. Not long enough. You got to just really commit and just be patient about it. And one thing is, like, you might not notice a difference in terms of your body or your capability. That's going to take a little while. But how you feel, like, if you go in and you work pretty hard, like cognitive behavioral therapy would say that if you change your heart rate, your activity, your surroundings, that tends to change your thoughts. And so just celebrate being there and working hard and try to work hard. Try to get the heart rate up. Try to really exert yourself. And then there's evidence to say that that will help you. I'm not an expert. I don't know. But that's what experts tend to say.
Sweet. All right. Thank you for the memberships, Jace.
Oh, legend.
Memberships. And
Thanks,
also,
brother.
here's a question.
Yes.
Obviously, we're predicting a Moose win at WSM, but does the defending champion Rain O'Neill find himself back on the podium? What are your thoughts? What's your podium thoughts for WSM? Do you have any yet?
Not without events.
No.
Yeah, without events, it's impossible to really say.
Mm-hmm. Any thoughts on the wild cards run in?
On what, sorry?
The wild cards?
There aren't many. Everyone who's going this year has pretty much been there before.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, there's not really many new guys.
Is is Tom Evans?
No, he's not invited yet.
Oh.
Which is crazy. Yeah, Tom Evans with the right events, dude could podium, and he's still not invited.
That's weird.
It is weird, but world is weird, and we all know that. Hello. I've been wearing it the whole time. Yeah, I've been wearing it the whole time, Cass.
All right. We got a little shameless plug from Dalton. A little $10 super chat. Thank you, Dalton. Shameless plug. 2.5 years ago, I couldn't squat 225 due to an old injury. Monday, I hit 585 by 3. It's wild the difference quality coaching makes. I highly recommend Mitch's team at Longevity Nexum.
Oh, amazing.
That's nice. That's nice, Dalton. Good job, man.
These are hats.
Let me turn off the shameless plug while you show the hat. Okay, good. You're good now.
Coming very soon. LHBK hats. There you go. That's what my sister wanted me to do. They're coming. I like them. All right. Dinnie stones. Important not to warm up for Dinnie stones, because all you're going to do is kill your thumbs early. I've gone to comp weight once in prep. I'll do it again. I got to 20 seconds last time. And we'll try to go a little bit longer this time. I think my all-time best hold is 40 seconds, 42 seconds at Record Breakers at the Invitational in 2022, I think. All right, we got 110, 210, and 45, 255, 355, and 25. So that's 390. That's a heavier one, and that's a little bit lighter, but that's right. Next one's got to be 300. Easy enough. Some guys are so tough with this. They'll do it in training and just not react. Oh.
Such a powerful clank. Why is Jamal in Mitchell's basement right now?
Guys, I am not Jamal Browner. God, I'm just trying to be me. Can't a guy just have a tan?
Got a question here.
Yeah.
Can you carry the lighter Dinnie stone like an Atlas stone all the way to the sled? Would that be hard? Or
Can I carry what? Sorry.
the lighter Dinnie stone like an Atlas stone, I guess?
Oh, yeah.
Are you allowed to do
I've
that?
thought about this, yeah.
Can you actually?
I don't know if you're allowed or not. I don't know. But I think it's going to be ruled out because it would be so risky to drop that and have it crack or something. So I don't know. There's a reasonable number of questions about that event. And I think, honestly, the fact that if you duck walk the stone, you're not punished in any way rather than carrying them like you normally would. I think that's a bit of a travesty. I think that's definitely something that's too bad. My suggestion would be that if you want to carry them together, like straight line, and if you want to duck walk, you're going to have to go out and around on a different course around a pylon. I think you should be rewarded for being able to carry them together. It's a strength contest, not a tactics contest. So
Yeah, it's a bit odd.
yeah, I think it's pretty weird. But look, in the end, everyone has the choice. You can do whatever you want. For me, I just think I'm just stuck on if I can hold them solid for 35 feet and I can do them together, I think that's good. In fact, I think that's the harder thing to prepare for, and so that's what I'm going to prepare for. And if it seems like guys are moving really quick by duck walking, it's not the hardest transition to duck walk them instead. But I don't know. It's just the stones are so cumbersome and unforgiving and sharp, and you compare that to a plate where if you run with the plates, they just kind of like wobble a little bit back and forth. The stone is, I just think it's going to be so much different and so much more difficult.
Even just the way it's shaped.
The shape, the distribution of weights as it swings around is going to be strange.
It's going to start to swing this way.
I think so.
Yeah.
But maybe guys just get it right, and maybe it's not that bad. I don't know. As time goes on, I'm getting more convinced that it's not that bad.
Oh.
When at first I'm like, this is impossible. And now I'm kind of thinking like, so the plate is 18 inches, just shy. 17.7 inches is how wide a plate is. The stones at their widest are 21 or 22 inches. So it's really only a few inches wider than the plates. Now, does that allow you to duck walk them? I'm not sure. I'm not sure if that makes it okay, but it's not the craziest thing. Also, like on the Dinnies, the ring is attached to the stone, like this little circle and then the stone. And so when you see people duck walking and the plates are kind of down here, upper mid shin, it's going to be higher than that. It's going to be at your knee when you're trying to duck walk the stone. So I don't know. One of the interesting things is nobody has it to train on. So nobody can really be fully prepared. The other thing is, with a 35-foot course, I'm the only person who's walked them 35 feet in this contest. So the other guys have to figure something else out. All right. See if we can't go 30 seconds. Put the mind elsewhere. Kill the thumbs.
I'm going to give you a quick question on the prep.
Yep.
All right. Settle the debate about Planet Hypocrite, which would be Planet Fitness.
Yeah.
Once and for all, can you really label yourself a judgment-free zone while having signs in your establishment referring to others as monks? Which I guess would technically be judging.
Yes, I think you can.
Yeah.
I think so. Like, they're there to be they are there to cater to the people who are afraid of being judged and who are uncomfortable. And they're not labeling lunks as people who lift heavy weight. They're labeling lunks as like people who throw stuff on the ground and stuff. It's like the difficult ethical dilemma of, if you're trying to do a good thing but could do a better thing, are you now doing a bad thing? So at Planet Fitness, they're trying to be as inclusive as possible to the people who are worried about being judged. And inherently, that excludes people who are maybe more confident, maybe slam weights, maybe whatever. Okay. But also accept that every gym on the planet discriminates against somebody. i.e., if you came in with a swastika carved on your forehead, I don't care how inclusive you're saying that you are, you're going to exclude that person. And so every gym, every establishment has to draw a line in the sand and say, this is who we accept here, this is who we don't accept here. And they accept anyone who is in there respectfully training, minding their business, whatever. I have never had a single problem at Planet Fitness. I've been in there several times. I've been pleasantly surprised 100% of the time. So yeah, I don't see a problem with Planet Fitness at all. And honestly, a place that has people in that demographic feeling more comfortable is probably more important for population health than strongman gyms, than hardcore gyms.
We had a good time there when we went there.
Mm-hmm. It was fine. Yeah. It was absolutely fine. All right. Let's do it. I don't want to wait for our lives to be over. All right.
Yeah, that's a good point.
What's that?
Are there legging thickness restrictions for like the Dinnie Swim Walk or something to like protect your like knees, thighs, and such?
Oh, you could just wear knee sleeves, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, fair enough.
But it might take some sharpness away, but it's still 400 pounds hitting against your leg and your knee. Like, I think there is still some sort of risk there. All right. See what we got. Okay, come on. Oh, 10 seconds. Fuck, it hurts so much. Oh man, oh man. Oh.
No, what'll hurt even more?
If it landed on my foot, I know. Oh my God. Oh. Oh. God.
What was the time?
30.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah, I got it. That is longer than I'll have to carry him in comp. All going well, which is perfect. A few more weeks of that, and I should just get more tolerant to it every week as my thumbs get numb. But that is so not for the faint of heart. Given no adrenaline in my basement, though, I think the world record hold is 42 seconds or something like that. And with a bit of adrenaline, I think I'd be able to do it without much problem. It makes such a huge difference when you're like excited and focused and have that adrenaline versus like just having a crack on a day. So different. This is the first time I've ever actually trained holding the Dinnie stones because it's just so difficult to get your head there. Oh. All right. Clean these up. Hip mobility again. Then we're jogging. And then we're out of here. Happy for whatever, yeah.
Perfect. All right. Are you going to be training duck walk at all, just in case?
No.
No.
I don't feel the need, to be honest.
You might as well just commit to what you want to do.
Yeah. If it works, ultimately, the only way I'm switching from carry to duck walk is if it looks substantially easier. And if it's substantially easier, that tells me that, okay, it is possible with the stones. And in that case, it's a 400-pound and a 300-pound duck walk. It's not heavy.
Yeah.
So each of those for 30 feet is kind of like, okay, 35 feet, whatever.
Here's one a little bit deep. Do you think in 20 years from now, you'll regret any of the stuff you put your body through currently?
My what?
Will you regret anything you put your body through currently? Do you think there'll be any lasting issues? I don't think so.
Maybe. I cannot see a lasting issue aside from kidneys failing or even liver. Like liver's so plastic, there's no chance. So really, it's kidneys.
Yeah.
Outside of that, I'm kind of prepared for whatever comes.
Yeah.
Like your back being in a really bad spot would be unfortunate, but
then even so, you can be a bricklayer or a landscaper and have it.
Yeah, and you can rehab this stuff. But if I was a bricklayer and someone asked me that question, will you regret what you're doing to your body? Probably.
That's fair.
Because in the end, you're going to be in a house that you're renting, trying to make ends meet, and you've ruined your body. But for me, I could almost not work another day in my life and be cool. And so how could I possibly regret being able to provide for my family forever for ruining my body in some way? Like that's what I'm here to do. That's my job. Provide for my family, and the means to do that, it doesn't matter that much to me. Yeah. On top of like this job allows me to spend time, and like if I structure my time and energy correctly, it allows me to be at home every morning and every night, other than when I travel, of course. But you could say a stockbroker makes great money and they don't ruin their body. No, but they also don't take care of their body, for one. They're also never home, for two. So it's all just trade-offs in life. And I think as a man, you just kind of have to accept the trade-offs and don't complain about them. Just choose the ones that you're happy to choose and accept that that's what you're doing.
Here's one totally different genre.
Yep.
Did you ever consider climbing a 14,000 foot plus mountain? You would be the biggest person to do it.
They climb a 14,000 foot
Mountain.
What mountain?
Anything over 14,000 feet. Which I think would be any of like the K2s and the
It's very specific.
Everest. I think K2 is bigger than that.
I've always thought that when I'm like 80 or something, I'm going to try to climb Mount Everest or K2 or whatever and just die. You know, but just die trying to do something really cool when you're old.
That'd be the coolest way to go.
And then if you did the 5% chance that you make it back, you're like, oh.
And they leave you
Sick.
up there too, so you have to like die in a cool way.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about arrangements.
Nah, people would come visit you on the mountain. All right, here we go. Do you still feel any sort of imposter syndrome now that you're no longer the new guy?
I don't know. Like, I think everyone always feels it in ways, for sure. I don't feel imposter syndrome in the world of weightlifting much anymore. I think I've proved to myself that it's a pretty solid thing, but imposter syndrome, a lot of it has departed, to be honest. I think maybe last year was a big time for that to have disappeared because I think some imposter syndrome comes from like people thinking you're perfect. And I know that I'm not. And I've always known that I'm not. But other people think you are. So you try to be perfect. I think everyone does. But when other people are looking up to things about you that you don't believe about yourself, I think that's when imposter syndrome is at its worst. So when people are looking up to like, how do you manage to do it all so well and, you know, have your business and your career and your work and your family, and the pressure never gets to you and you just know what to do. And I always had this like gut feeling like something's not right here. And it was because I wasn't managing it very well. It just kind of seemed like I was. Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to get caught in the details too much, but yeah, it just like life got away from me whilst I was being celebrated for being so in control of your life. And that's a difficult thing because you want to be and I'm trying to be, but I was moving at 1,000,000 miles an hour. And ultimately, it didn't turn out to be a good thing. And not like the whole everything blew up and whatever. I'm not specifically referring to that, but like getting to the place in your life where, you know, things are going so bad that that's a choice that you make. And that's something that you do. You're like, right. Yeah, I think that's a lot of the imposter syndrome. And I don't have that anymore because nobody thinks I'm perfect anymore. And like, you know, I'm doing my best and trying to be the person that I want to be, but it's not to uphold some sort of perfect view or image in anyone else's eyes. I just want to slow down a little bit and just be the person that I want to be to the people who I care if I'm who they want me to be, i.e. my family and my kids. And it's really hard because when you've got a few people in your family and you've got thousands or tens or hundreds of thousands of people who want you to be this thing, whatever this thing is, it's so difficult to look at all of those people and respectfully go, I actually don't care that much about you and your opinion. You know, I hope you're well. I hope you're happy, but it's absolutely not my job to appease whatever you think I should do. So, yeah. Bit of a rant, but hopefully that makes sense.
Yeah. K2 is actually 28,000.
Oh, there you go. Let's not do that.
So it'd be like the Colorado mountains would be like 14.
Oh, I'll just go to Estes Park.
Yeah.
I'll climb Estes Park.
Alrighty. Got a guy here.
Yep.
Hey, Mitch, I'm going to compete at Static Monsters on the 21st. I'm looking to set a new African junior log press record. What is the biggest tip the Moose can give me?
While competing, you said?
Yeah.
Just have fun with it, honestly. At that age, too many people are too fixated on age-related world records. And if I do X at X age, then I could do X at, you know, whatever age. And you just don't want to lose the forest for the trees. And so I would say, go have a crack and have fun, do your best. If you break the record, celebrate a lot. And if you don't break the record, accept that like you breaking a age category specific record doesn't really have that strong of a correlation of what you're going to be able to do long term. So whatever happens, just take it in stride and hopefully all goes well, but just make sure you enjoy yourself in the process.
All right. Who do you think will podium at Europe's Strongest Man?
At Europe's?
Mm-hmm.
I haven't looked at the event. So I'll just go on
Vibes.
Vibes, pedigree. I'll just pick who I think the best form is right now. Who's in the best form? I think Luke Stoltman will be on the podium. I think Patty will be on the podium. I think it suits him well. Just assuming that Europe's is lighter and faster, being so close to Worlds. And because I want my heart to be right, I think Luke Richardson will win. I may have missed someone, but that's what I think. Funny enough, I might put Andre Foytu at a podium at the Arnold's if he was coming this year, but I wouldn't put him to podium at Europe's on the assumption that Europe's is lighter.
You know who I'm excited to see compete? Martins.
Yeah, Mateusz is at Europe's as well, but I think I'd still stick with those guys. Yeah, it'll be fun to see Martins compete again. He actually, in the past couple of weeks, his training has looked awesome.
Supposedly he's moving pretty quick with the Dinnie stones doing the duck walk.
Yeah, he's absolutely sprinting with them, but sprinting with circular plates and sprinting with an oblong stone is just not the same thing. Yeah, if I were training duck walk to duck walk the stones, I would probably favor intentionally going a bit slower and more intentional, keeping my feet super wide to replicate a little bit more what a stone's going to feel like. Because when I watch, and I just use the eye test on when I see Martins sprinting with them, I'm like, does that carry over well to when that is a strange shape? And I think no. But this is kind of the interest of strongman. Like, I can think whatever I want, and it really doesn't matter. Like, you're just going to see on the day, what does it look like?
All right. This is a very important question.
Yes.
Why did you choose the mustache earlier?
Why did I choose the what?
Mustache.
What does that mean?
When you used to have a mustache, why'd you land on mustache?
Because I couldn't grow a beard at the time. Simple as that.
All right. As a Canadian, what made you pick the Packers? Do you have any family in Wisconsin?
No. I went to the Pro Football Hall of Fame when I was quite young. And the only teams that I knew were the Patriots and the Packers. And there were dog tags. And I liked the dog tags. And I wanted the Patriots dog tag. But they didn't have it. I guess they were sold out. And the Packers were the only other team that I knew. So I got a Packers dog tag when I was a kid. And in my opinion, in sports, once you pick a team, that's your team. No tradesies, no swaps, no nothing. You stick with them. So that was that. And it's worked out pretty well. I like cheering for them. I like a lot about them. I like how they're a community team. I like how they're owned by the community. I like how it's just a small town that has a stadium plopped in the middle of it. It's definitely the most unassuming pro sports town in America across any sport. So yeah, it's worked out pretty well in terms of my fandom. Although every year that goes by, I seem to get less and less interested and invested. I used to be so gung-ho and so passionate. Like in high school, I remember I would be in a substantially worse mood if the Packers lost. And I'd go in a Packers jersey on game days if they were playing on Thursday or Monday. It was a lot. But evidently, it's become a much less important part of my life. It's interesting. As a professional sport has become my career, I care about professional sports substantially less. Because now that I am a guy who does it, and I know other guys who do it across multiple sports, it's just really humanizing to see, I don't know, just be me, and then to hang out with guys who are in other professional sports and big four sports and whatever. And you're like, yep, this is just a normal guy who happens to be good at this thing. And like, why would I lose my mind over that? You know, why would I get so passionate about that thing? And the answer is I don't really know. So I don't. But like, it provides a nice break for people. And I think that's where I've kind of settled, because I struggled for a bit having a career out of this thing that I find doesn't really make much of a difference in the world. Of like, if I go to the Arnold and win, it feels like the only person whose life gets better is mine. But, you know, sports just give people this break from their day and something else to focus on when everything else seems to be going wild. Like, you can just watch this thing, have a horse in the race, distract yourself from whatever else is going on in your life, and just enjoy for a short period of time. So that's where I've settled on sport and the purpose of sport, which is nicer because it makes it feel a little bit more meaningful to put my heart and soul into lifting weights. All right, groin stretch, and then we're running.
Cool. You gonna stream the run?
Pardon me?
Streaming the run?
Yeah, for sure.
Cool.
For sure. It's going to be 10 minutes, 1 minute on, 1 minute off.
Cool. Arnold's predictions.
Like winner podium stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I think I'll win. I think Lucas Hatton in second. And then I think either Martins or Trey in third. And that's going to boil down to, is Trey healthy and can Martins stay healthy? I think that's really it. And the only reason I don't have Trey higher, even though he's an absolute beast, is because he is not very good with the Dinnie stones. He took the nickel stones for only a few meters, and these are way heavier. So I think grip is a problem for him when it's down there. And it seems like that's exacerbated when it's a small handle. Yeah, but Trey being Trey, even with that, I'm like, I can still see him doing pretty well. But the thing about Arnold's and the events this year, if you look at the top contenders, for Lucas, he'll lose some on the deadlift, he'll lose some on the sandbag load, and he'll lose some on the Dinnie medley. And I don't think a huge amount on any of them, but enough. Trey will lose points on the Dinnie carry and the sandbag load for sure. Martins will lose points on the max deadlift and the log. So, you know, they're all dropping in places. For me, I think I should win the deadlift, all being equal. I think I should win the stone drag, all being equal. I think I should do really well in the log press. I think 5 is not out of the question after doing 4 in 50 seconds in training. So 4 fast probably wins it. And so that's very possible. My sear dumbbell, I saw Lucas do 280 for 2, and it looked hard. He was capable, but it looked hard. And I think if he uses the wrong strategy, I'm going to be right there. I think I'm probably second best to him on that dumbbell. And then sandbag loading, like I'm up there as well. So I don't see a place where if I execute that I'm going to lose many points. So on paper, that's what I think. Tom Evans is probably the most interesting one. If Tom can stay healthy through the whole show, he's going to lose some on the deadlift for sure. He's not great on the sear dumbbell, but his log is fantastic. His sandbag loading will be really good. He's just a strong athlete. So I could see him doing well on the stone drag. And again, just being a strong athlete, the stone to shoulder, like I could see him doing that pretty well as well. So I wouldn't be surprised if Tom Evans ends up on the podium. Yeah, the stone to shoulder is the only one that I haven't touched on for myself, but I'm moving my 400-pound sandbag really well. And after reviewing a ton of videos on the tombstone, I think I know what I need to do. And I think I see what I did a couple of years ago that just, I held it in an impossible way to pick up. So I think that should be a pretty good event for me. So look, we'll see. All right, let's do some running.
But first, are we going to see the monkeys at Worlds this year?
Oh, I hope so.
Yeah, I hope so too.
Yeah, that's so much fun.
And I bet you that liger is probably 200 pounds bigger.
Yeah, maybe. You going behind?
Yeah, we're going to get a butt shot.
All right.
Which means you get a chill on the road box if you want to sit anywhere.
$10 minutes here, and then what time we got?
What time is it right now?
Yeah.
12:57.
I'd love to get the donkey built.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'll start and see how we go.
Yes.
Oh, we got to record the video for the program too, though, don't we?
And then I got to get all that stuff out, so it'll be a little bit on that one.
Yeah, okay. All right, let's do this and see how we go. Yeah. All right. When you're on a treadmill, just a little tip. If you're a bigger guy, the more you incline it, the less impact you're going to experience. Also, running on a treadmill, you don't have the same force on your knees, not even close to running on ground. So definitely a good option for bigger guys. Incline treadmill is kind of the safest way for you to get that running pattern in without causing undue stress on your knees and ankles. All right. So I'm going to go 10 minutes, 1 on, 1 off. I'm doing 2.5 miles an hour for walking. I'm going to start at 6 miles an hour for running, and we'll see if I can build up. In total, this will have me probably at like 1.1 or 1.2 kilometers. And this is something I've been doing most days. I really like running when it comes to strongman cardio because half of our events involve running. And conditioning is more specific than you would imagine. So say I got good at running. That doesn't mean that my log clean and press is all of a sudden going to be really good and I'm going to have a huge capacity for that. So training the specific thing that you'd like to be fit in, always really useful.
The chat's currently conversing about magnesium.
Magnesium.
Yeah.
I take quite a bit of magnesium.
Well, right now, Gabriel is using 400 milligrams that he was recommended by a neurologist, and he's feeling out of it today, it seems like.
I take 600 milligrams of magnesium glycinate or biglycinate every day. And I don't know if it makes a huge difference or not. You guys are going to see on YouTube this week, putting out my whole diet and supplements. It's interesting. I take quite a number. And it's really hard to know what's doing what, but I feel so much more muscular right now and so much stronger. Some pain has taken away a bit of explosiveness, I think, but it seems to be subsiding in time. But everything seems to be coming together really well right now.
Do you take any boron?
Let's say boron?
Yeah.
No, I never have. Why do you ask?
Because Gabriel, the guy talking about magnesium, asked.
Huh, no, never.
Are you getting any new gym stuff for your new house?
I don't know. We're going to have to, I go to Vegas next week, and I'm going to take a look at it. The place will have my gym stuff. I'll have to get new stones because I'm not going to ship them all down. New stone platform, more throwing bags because I'll have space outside to do stuff. But after I see space, we'll see. Deadlift platform would be nice. But honestly, like heavier dumbbells maybe. But I have everything I need. Do you think I should add anything?
Me?
Yeah.
Deadlift platform 100%.
Yeah.
Like that just makes sense to me. But then outside of that, like what else could you really need? Like it might be cool to get like more of a like dedicated deadlift setup, like outside of just a deadlift platform. Like get the big wheels there.
Hammer tire?
Yes, thank you. But like outside of that, well, if you have the outside space, so you get a yoke.
I have it. People just haven't seen it.
Oh, you have a yoke?
Yeah.
Oh.
I put my stones over the yoke. I got a huge yoke.
That's really it, though, man. Like, what else would you really need?
Farmers, maybe?
Yeah, that's true.
Hercules hold?
Oh, that would be sick. And then, like, building out like a proper thing that hucks sandbags over, but
Yeah.
how often does that really come up?
Yeah. Some more sandbags. Like Worlds always has multiple 250 to 275. So some more like that would be good. All right, we got 2 runs left. I'm gonna do one more at 6 miles an hour, and the last one, I'll push.
Oh, you know what'd be cool?
What?
It's like an actual like incline press setup.
Incline bench?
Yeah.
Maybe,
You use
but
that quite often with your log too.
yeah, but I just do that out of my squat rack, and then you'd be fixed at one angle, where it's nice to play with higher and lower.
That's true. You don't find it hard with the squat rack with the belt squats being midway through?
I do it on the outside. Yeah. All right. Last run. I'll see how 8 would be good. 8 would be fast. All right. Oh, that's fine.
If you climbed the mountain and Thor didn't, would you then become the mountain?
Probably. Probably. All right, 1.2 Ks, 187 calories. Oh, good. No socks, which is pretty feral. But that's okay. We'll survive. All right. Let me know if there's anything else. Otherwise, I'll let people go and get back to work.
This one is the only thing, I don't know if I fully understand it, but finishing second in log lift by 50 pounds, but only 1 point lost. Finished second in a speed event by 0.01 seconds, still only down 1 point. So why does, say, hitting 50 pounds or 100 pounds more in lift equate to the same points gained as finishing an event, like by like 0.01 seconds faster?
Because there's just no better way to do it right now. I like the decathlon style of scoring, but since we've established that that's how we score competitions, like, you shouldn't win a log press by 50 pounds. You should win it by 5, save a whole bunch of energy, and take that advantage into the rest of the events. If I was in a place like, say, Thor, I would just stay in touch with deadlifting and put all of my energy to everywhere else. So you have a point. I think it's a good point, but the rules of the game have been established. And if you're that much better on one thing and you don't take that energy that you could put towards improving that into weaker events, you're just not playing the game. So yeah, I think we're on the same page. Would be better, not the case. So train different. And with that, thank you very much, guys, for watching. As always, lift heavy, be kind. Thank you for tuning in. We'll catch you soon. We might do a live stream in Vegas, 50-50. So stay tuned. Vegas all week next week. Sure. Lift heavy, be kind, guys. Thanks for watching.
Haters talking to me, tell them pipe down. Or it's lights out. Zeros on the debit, baby. All I do is swipe now. Gucci sweater 5,000. Stunning, buzzing. I be going up, no ceiling. Wow, ballin'. Running, getting to the paper, I'm peeling out. They gon' know me as legendary. You in the stands, I ain't need no commentary. If you the competition, you gon' get buried. I don't cheat on the game, we getting married. They gon' know me as legendary.